Have you been spinning your wheels and seeing diminishing returns in your business, your health, or your family? Over the next 5 minutes, I'm going to take you through a process to break free to the next level. My name is Sarah Nolan, and for the past 7 years, I've been helping high achieving parents, CEOs, and their teams to break through roadblocks and barriers to level up all areas of their lives. And in this video, I'm going to help you to release the thing that causes most high achieving leaders to stand in their own way, and that's resistance. And after you watch this video, you'll be able to do this process on your own whenever you want. So let's get started. Number one, the first step is to identify what the resistance really is and what it's really about. So this resistance is something that causes friction, causes us to struggle, causes us to force the results. It puts us out of that natural flow of life. And it's different for everybody. I mean, for some people, it's going to be a fear of success, a fear of failure, a fear of mistakes, a fear of rejection. And for some of us, it's going to be a limiting belief. Like maybe you don't believe that you're truly worthy of the success. Maybe you don't feel like you're truly capable of the success. Maybe you are taught as a child that this is not the kind of thing that people like us do. And maybe this is stepping a little too far outside of your comfort zone, and the resistance is actually allowing you to play small and to stay safe in the identity that you're used to. So in this step, you identify what is the resistance really about and where is it coming from? If it was a fear, where did that fear originate? What is the root cause? And as long as we're addressing the root cause, this is going to be a permanent change. You're never going to revert back. You're never going to regress. So we're going to get to the root cause of this. And in step two, I take my clients and my students through a deeper level process because I have the education and the experience. But there is, there's a way that you can do this yourself right now, which is to take the energy of that resistance, whether it's a fear or a limiting belief, and visualize it. Like if this resistance had a color, a shape, a size, if it had a physical form, what would that look like? And, it might sound kind of silly and you might feel like, nothing really comes to you. It could never be a physical form. So just make it up. Use your imagination. And that's perfect. There's no wrong answer to this. And then check inside your body and ask yourself, where am I holding on to the resistance now? Because we hold on to these things in our body. We store them somewhere inside of us. And you might feel a sensation in your body when you ask yourself that, or you might just have a knowing, you might have a feeling of where you've been holding on to the resistance. Could be in your neck, could be in your heart, your stomach, your head. It could be anywhere. It could be in your shoulders. So determine where you've been holding on to. And again, there's no wrong answers here. Whatever comes to you first is perfect. And then you can imagine that part of yourself opening up and expanding. And imagine that form, whatever you visualized the resistance looking like, leaving your body. And as you visualize this, you can actually have a conversation with the resistance. And this is really powerful. So you can ask the resistance, what purpose have you been serving in my life? And see what comes to you. It might be surprising what comes to you when you ask, what purpose have you been serving in my life? And then you can ask, how have you been limiting me? And just be really honest with yourself. Allow the true answers to come forward and trust those answers. And when you have that awareness, you can actually say thank you. Say thank you to the resistance for helping me to create this amazing life that I have right now. And even if it doesn't feel totally amazing, there are a lot of amazing components to your life that would not be there without this resistance. But now you're ready to move to the next level. And the resistance is not going to help you to move to that next level. So it's time for it to go. All right. So make a conscious, clear decision to allow that resistance to be released from you now. All right. And then just imagine that form of resistance exiting your body. I like to visualize a light shining down in the resistance, rising into that light. So imagine that. And the last part is to ground in this shift. So what you've just done is you've made an emotional and an energetic shift. And it feels great. It's relaxing. It feels inspiring. It might feel motivating. But you're going to ground it into reality, to physical reality, with the next steps, with the new actions that you take. And most of us, when we do this process, we don't have to force any action. It typically happens very naturally. But just be really aware of the new inspiration that comes to you, the new guidance that comes to you. You might be guided to reach out to somebody. You might be guided to communicate something with somebody. You might be guided to a new decision, to doing things a little bit differently, to updating your systems, to letting somebody go, to having difficult conversations. These are really common next steps for people after they have made these internal shifts, and we take it external and ground it in with this inspired action. So pay really close attention to how your intuition is guiding you in the next couple of days after doing this shift, and trust yourself. Trust yourself and get really brave and do those next steps.